Hey everyone, Pip here again. I've been getting a bunch of DMs this week from people looking for both more Lux Gear and to be better at finishing up all the new environments that they've been riding in. So, I figured this week we'd give away some more Lux Gear. How do you guys feel about a red set? And give you a quick guide on hitting all of those boss jumps throughout career mode. They're tough, they're scary, but we're going to break it down for you. Before we dig into those numbers though, here are our winners from the last competition. Congrats to you folks, prizes are out and on their way. If you're up for winning a red Lux set this week, stay tuned, we'll be telling you all about it at the end of the video. But for now, let's dive into career boss jumps. Alright, hopefully this video will be a nice, easy, concise video, as there are only really 3 things to keep in mind when you're tackling these boss jumps. If you can lock in all these 3 things, you'll be well on your way to getting those full runs in no time. To consistently jump each boss jump and land it well, you need to do these 3 things. Stay straight on course, use your right stick and pump on the way down, and hit the ramp at the right speed. Now one of those is definitely harder than the others, so we're going to leave that till last. But the other 2 are relatively simple, so let's jump into those. Staying straight on sounds easy enough, but lots of folks actually struggle with this one, including me. One thing that will help you stay on track is putting yourself into attack mode. You do this by holding down on your right stick. It'll make your movements more precise, as well as winding up your bunny hop if you need one. If you find you're heading off to the left or the right once you're actually in the air, have a look down at your hands on your controller. I find that sometimes if I've pushed up for a bunny hop, I've pushed like up and left, or up and right, and that'll send my rider off course. Make sure that when you bunny hop you are flicking straight up and then either letting go of the stick or holding it forward, and that should straighten you out. Easy peasy. Okay, so we've all seen the triangle of doom in the corner. How do you stop yourself from bailing once it's there? So there's 2 things here really, but one of them is really major and one of them's not so major, and you'll pick it up as you go. The major one is that you need to be counter-pumping on the way down by pushing up with your right stick. This is going to soften your landing if you use it before you hit your downward ramp. This really does take some practice though, so set yourself up with a boss jump seed and just go out and practice. If you practice like that, you'll have it down in no time and you'll be able to feel what it is you need to do after each jump. The other thing is picking up the landing impact crew member. This is really crucial for the later boss jumps, but for the easier boss jumps earlier on, you'll be able to tackle them without it, no problem. Just make sure while you're picking up crew members that it's in the back of your mind that you're going to want it, especially if you're going to want to be fancy towards the end of the run. So the last tip I have for you is the hardest to implement and probably the most panic inducing, but don't panic. Once you get it, you'll be able to sort of feel whether you're right on for a boss or not. That's, you need to pick the right speed for each ramp, and this bit is absolutely crucial. Without this bit, the whole boss jump falls apart. Each jump has kind of like a speed bracket or a target that will let you easily and safely clear each jump. I've recorded a little bit of footage of each one, and I'm going to write the speeds on there for you so you can work out how fast you need to be going. If you do need to brake though, make sure you're doing it a tiny bit at a time. Make sure you're fluttering on those brakes. A long brake press will make you slide, and in environments like peaks, it'll make you topple over. Highlands, my favourite. Okay, so this one's nice and straightforward. There's 2 ways to clear it. You can either go straight over the top, clearing the train, or you can go straight over the top and through a fire ring if you've activated that. If you haven't activated it, stay between about 66 and 73 kilometers an hour, bunny hopping if you're on the lower end of that. But if you've activated your fire ring, push on for closer to that 70 kilometers an hour mark and you'll hop through it absolutely no problem as long as you are nice and straight. Forest! Okay, there's actually 3 ways of clearing this one, similar to peaks. So you can stop on the top, and if you're doing that, you want to aim for about 70 to 73 kilometers an hour. Make sure you do pump though once you're almost landed on the top, as you can absolutely bail on there. If you're going to clear it, you'll need a little bit more speed, so aim for about 75 to 80 kilometers an hour, and you'll just pop straight on over the top. If you find you need some speed because you don't have a big enough run up, make sure you pump with the down on your right stick all the way on your run up. The fire jump is similar to clearing it. You want to aim for about 77 to 80, but make sure you're absolutely dead straight, otherwise you're going to miss that ring and clip the side. Canyon. Okay, so this is a nice quick one, so you'll need to pump down on your run in to get enough speed potentially, but you need to aim for about 75 to 80 kilometers an hour and try not to bunny hop here. Get your speed behind you and just send it all the way across. The firing here is exactly the same as doing it normally, just watch if you're pumping in the air as it can get you too high to go through the ring. Make sure once you've left the ground that you're trying to stay level in the air and not dipping up or down. Peaks, like Forest, has 3 different ways to clear it. Now these can be really tough. This is where I recommend you pick up landing impact if you haven't already. To land in the middle ramp and pop out again, you'll need to be hitting around 75 kilometers an hour. Make sure you pump down into the ramp so you have enough speed on the way out though. If you miss that first downward section of the ramp, you're going to really struggle to come out again the other side. Clearing the helicopter for Are You Insane? You need to be hitting 100 plus. You also might need an early bunny hop on the ramp, what we call a moon jump. If you're not sure what that is, pop back to our previous video and have a little look where we explain all the different types of jump there. But an early bunny hop at 100 plus should see you soaring straight over the top. Just, as I say, make sure you've got that landing impact in place because you are going to need it. So the firing for peaks, I feel like makes this jump much easier because it just takes out the ramp in the middle. You need to hit it at around sort of 85 kilometers an hour plus, but you'll sail through just fine if you're going that fast. Just don't forget that landing impact and pumping on the way down. The last one's Volcano, and this one is a real gimme, a great way to finish your run. Firing or not, just try and hit around 100 kilometers an hour, pump the landing, no problem. Nice job. And there you have it, the easiest ways to complete the bosses in Korea. Whew. As ever, if you've got any questions for me, anything you'd like me to make a video about or answer, feel free to pop them all in the description below or come and visit us on the Discord. And if you want to win a red Lux set, we're giving away 3 of them this week. We might give away more next week, but that all depends on how many people entered this giveaway. But there's a giveaway link in the description box below, so go open that out, have a little read, get your entries in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye!